Inside Scoop is one of the most well-known local ice cream brands in the Klang Valley and across other states in Malaysia. Started in 2013 in a shophouse in Bangsar, Inside Scoop now has 29 outlets throughout West Malaysia. Their signature yellow and white whimsical and fun exterior welcomes you in for fun and chilling time. They serve various flavors catering to the local palate, such as durian, cempedak, teh tarik, among other decadent ice cream flavors. Today on Paper and Toast Triala U, powered by U Mobile Biz, we get to speak with Edmund Tan, one of the co-founders, to get the Inside Scoop on Inside Scoop.
My name is Edmund. I founded Inside Scoop together with my then ex-girlfriend in December 2013. Unfortunately or fortunately, the ex-girlfriend has now been promoted to wife. So we are 8 years in. We started our business in December 2013 in a little store in Bangsar, and we currently have 29 Inside Scoop outlets throughout Malaysia. I like eating. I really like food, very passionate about food, really enjoy eating. At some point in time during my corporate career, I realized that I wanted to try my hand at running my own business, so that was always in the plan. At some point in time it will happen, it's just a question of when. In December 2013, I took a 6-month sabbatical and decided to try my hand at different things, and ice cream stuck. So here I am, scooping ice cream for a living. Very lucky to do so. Ice cream category, or the premium ice cream category, was largely served by the foreign brands. And we felt like there was a space for the local players to make a difference using the amazing ingredients that we have here. There's no particular reason why we need to eat, durian ice cream made by a foreign player with durians from Thailand. Malaysia has the best durian, in my opinion, the best durian in the world, right? Our durian is flavorful, it's rich, you get so many variants. There's no reason why. And there's so many other things that we can use here, whether it's durian, whether it's cempedak, whether it's gula melaka. We're not waiting for someone to serve us that category. Why not we create the category ourselves? And that's how it all started. And that alone, that's just ingredients, right? Talking about flavors, for example, we are a nation of food at the end of the day. There's so many desserts that we have, from Chinese, Indian to Malay, and that's just the 3 main races, right? Forget the other things around it. There's so many inspirations that we can get from local flavors, and that's how this idea came about. I don't decide, I don't do any work in the office. The guys decide it, and then we'll create it into an ice cream, into our latest interpretation. So, for example, you would see our Hari Raya flavor on right now. Basically, the inspiration was from the marketing team and some of the office guys. They gave feedback, what they like to see, and then we just created it, and then we A/B test, try, see what we like, and then let's go with it. So certain flavors, we've actually rolled it out, like one of the flavors that we came up with very recently was the Rocher sticks, the Roch sticks. I think from inception of idea through to rollout was like 4 or 5 days, 3 or 4 days. So that was like really happy with that. Everything was quite organic. So we started our first store in December 2013, and our second store opened. This is our second store actually. Our DJ store opened in May or June, I can't remember, or July. I think it's May, June, July, middle of the year in 2014, and then we started growing from there. There was no particular incident that actually helped propel our growth like crazy. A lot of it was organic, opportunistic. I would say in terms of turning points, if you want to look at growth, probably 2 events. One is when we first opened our small central kitchen, when we had our 4th outlet or 3rd outlet, third outlet. I think we opened our small central kitchen. That was the first turning point, and that was when I decided to leave my previous job and then come back and do this full time. And then the second turning point was when we started entering into shopping malls. I think those were the 2 big bets that we made over time that was a bit scarier. I don't remember my first customer specifically, but I remember the first day when we opened. I think it was a Saturday or a Sunday morning. And I think customer number 2 was the guys from Eat Drink KL. Customer number 3 or 4, there were some friends and family, but we were surprised when we first opened our doors. There were like people walking in already. So we were really grateful and really blessed for all the support we received, especially from the guys in Bangsar. Definitely COVID. The biggest speed bump that we had so far is definitely the COVID period. We've been very, as I said, we were very lucky until December 2019, where everything was quite smooth sailing, everything was organic. We didn't obviously have some of the explosive trend growth that some people came and they saw and they left. We didn't have that, and it could be a blessing or a curse. For us, we just want to take things step by step. So COVID is definitely one of the biggest issues that we've had so far. The biggest moment was definitely when the government first announced the MCO. We had no idea what was going to happen. It was an option on certain essential services can open. Was ice cream an essential service? For sure. But nowhere was it like saying like ice cream is an essential service, right? And then can our production facility open? Can our stores open? We had no idea. So we were just sitting in the dark waiting, and we were just exchanging notes with all our F&B friends. Some had contacts here, some had contact, I heard this, I heard that. That uncertainty was definitely what got us at the start now. Will we be here 3 months from now? We had no idea. We had no idea because don't forget that we have a supply chain to protect. Like for example, our milk is 100% local fresh milk, which is amazing, right? We've got amazing milk made locally. If we don't pay the suppliers and we don't take the milk, the cows stop being fed. When the cows stop being fed, they'll stop producing milk. And to get them to restart making milk again is going to be a big hassle on their side. But if we pay them and we don't take any milk, we'll be gone. So how do we draw that balance there? And then our staff, which is the most important thing to me, like what do we do with our team? Do we cut salaries? Do we not cut salaries? We had no idea what was going on. But I'm very happy to say that throughout this pandemic, we didn't have to cut any of our staff salary, which is really amazing. I'm really grateful for that. Yes, some of us cut a bit of our overtime and a bit of our hours, but most of our team went through this relatively unaffected. So that's amazing. I'm really happy for the team with regards to that. I do, and sometimes I still do. Of course, the paycheck is not as good as when I was in a banker. When I was working in a bank. If money is a success metric, and it is at some point in time, depending on when I feel like it, especially when my friends are driving new cars and wearing fancy watches or like going for fancy holidays, that is a factor sometimes. But running our own business actually provides us with a journey that's quite interesting. So working in a bank, you are unlikely to have that sort of journey, so I really enjoy it. It's you give and take a bit now. I think digitalization is an overused word. It's not really digitalization, right? It's just understanding that this is a new channel altogether, and it so happens to be electronic/digital. In that situation, it's not really like changing the world with something. It's just a matter of technology has now enabled that service to be more economical than ever before. That's great for them. We didn't come up with the idea. We're just a vendor on that platform. So we actually do like testing out new ideas, new products, new channels, and this was so happened one of the bets that we've made. We had a bit of an advantage in the first instance, during the first MCO, but the great thing about COVID, and you speak to a few CTOs or you speak to a few CMOs and they will tell you the same, the greatest change, the greatest factor that affected change in Malaysia in year 2020 was actually COVID. COVID actually pushed through a lot of digitalization. COVID actually pushed through a lot of capital spend, when it comes to efficiency and stuff. So the market has actually caught onto that, and I don't at any point in time actually see that as a competitive advantage. Yes, we were at an advantage for a short period of time, maybe the first couple of months, but very quickly everyone stepped up. So it's not really a differentiating factor for me. I think at that point in time, December 2013, there were no food delivery services in the world except China, if I'm not mistaken. This was December 2013. Food delivery guys came in 2015 or 2016, and we were the first on Uber Eats. Or I know we were the first. We were definitely the first batch of merchants on Uber Eats. I think we were merchant number 2 or number 3. So we were very early adopters. But at that point in time, people don't order their lunch on Uber Eats, let alone ice cream, right? So traction was pretty slow for us. But we were definitely seeing the trends in China, definitely seeing the trends in US. It's just that the adopters were not there. And obviously, COVID helped along change that mindset now, which we are happy to ride along. So we were very early adopters of food delivery service, of then Uber Eats and now GrabFood. So we're very grateful for them as well in helping us stay afloat. Yes, we don't make money on some of the orders that they fulfill, but it helps us cover our costs and to keep the business afloat during the trying times. We're very grateful for that to happen. We just opened our first outlet in Singapore, so that's going ahead. And then maybe look at other F&B opportunities as and when they become available. and see is there another platform or another brand that we can share some of our experiences with and hopefully help them grow in the process. Yeah. I think that would be amazing if we get to do it across a few different ASEAN countries. Being the inside scoop of different ASEAN markets, that would be great. But each market has its own challenges and we don't have that experience, so hopefully we'll just take it as the opportunity comes along and enjoy the journey in the process. East Malaysia, we are looking at it, but by virtue of how fragmented that market is in terms of cities, we're having a bit of challenge. So we would like to be there. It's just a matter of how do we get it sorted now. Just be flexible, see what the market is and react accordingly. At this juncture, we've all tried planning and I can tell you planning doesn't work, at least for this COVID period. We're just having a discussion today with some of our suppliers. Forecasting philosophies and principles just went through the door, right? You don't know what's going to happen next, so just be very flexible and make sure that you've got exits whenever you need to. But continue going at it. You can't sit out. You shouldn't sit out from playing the game totally. So keep going at it and be flexible.